What's up, everybody? It is nice and early morning, at least early morning for me, 11 a.m. Early for a stream, at least. Oops. Oh, okay. Guess we just found a war match or something like that. But, alright, anyway. I'm gonna hop in the 2-star arena. There's not gonna be any opening because the crystal's not even available, the one that I want, the one that can contain Aegon, the dual class crystal that is. So it's just a bit of a grind and chill session here. But yeah, man, wanted to get my grind on, so I figured let's do it, man. Let's get it. Dearest at Marvel Champions. Surprise. Maybe I should go surprise. No. Maybe I should take out the surprise entirely. Let's just say. You know, yesterday I tried to do let's just say do variant 5 in the morning, and it was just too early for that. Today, let's take it down a notch and work on the 2-star Legends arena. Oh no! Live. Okay. All right. Sweet. Good enough. AP Waves sending over a buck. AP Waves, thank you very much, dude. I appreciate it, man. Just saying, what's up? Thank you, dude. You know what's coming. You know it cannot be avoided. There's nothing you can do. Stop asking for it to not happen. Even though you're not asking for it to not happen. Anyway. Stop. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna change this to auto though, before I forget. What's your name? We'll be back in a sec. Ghost Dog, what's up, dude? Send over to St. PG. All these day streams are confusing me. I know, dude. I know. Tons and tons and tons of day streams. There's just tons and tons of content to do, man. It's crazy. Has to be done. But yeah, today, since it's just a 2-star arena, I'll be able to chat it up with you guys a bit more compared to the previous day streams where I was actually just focused on the game itself. So I'll be nice, I'm sure, people. Okay, there we go. I already started the 2-star arena. I wanted to get a feel for how many rounds it would actually take. I don't think I can finish it all in one go, man. I don't even know if I have enough 2-star champions for it. But I want to knock out what I can, and you know, unfortunately, too, like I don't know, I'm not going to be able to do anything with these shards today. So it really is just an arena and chill sort of session here, man. Just hanging out. You guys want to pop open the game, grind it out with me and all that, or if you just want to sit back, relax, whatever, man, whatever the case may be. But there's not going to be anything too exciting going on in the stream. It really is just a relaxed arena session, you know. Only takes like 60 rounds. Was it 60? I can't even remember what I calculated, but I was thinking it was like 55-ish, something like that. But yeah, I don't have that many teams of 2-stars ranked up. I also need to leave around 12:30 my time, which means it's gonna be like an hour and a half stream. So slightly quicker stream too. Big Boy sent over a buck. Big Boy, thank you very much. Saying when you try to get a slap, but the notice comes in too late. Ah, dang, dude. Rip. Rip, man. Your name really reminds me of another YouTube channel that I like to watch, by the way, called Scotty Kramer. It's a BMX channel, and one of the nicknames for one of the guys that rides is Big Boy. So yeah, man. Shout out to any BMX fans that are in here, man. Doesn't get talked about a whole lot in the M2C community, but I love me some BMX. BG Dragon Man stuff is coming. Already out, should I say? Ooh, MSD. Okay, dude. All right. Cool. Arena and Chill sounds a bit familiar to some Seaton streams. Yeah, he does use that as the or does he still use that as the title? I remember back in the day he did, for sure. I haven't seen him play Arena in a very long time. Yeah. DMX or BMX? I mean, why not both? Brian Grant, so you finally changed your PFP? Huh? Oh, profile picture? Well, yeah, I mean, you know, it's not going to be a permanent change, but I mean, got to do something to try to honor Chadwick Boseman, as even if it's something small, man. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy that I mean, I'm sure he knew he had fans, obviously, right? And even this game, he had to have known about, because we had a celebrity challenge for him and all that. But I don't know if it's even possible for anyone to understand, like, how many people, like, just how many Marvel fans are gonna miss him, you know? All right, invited homie sending over buck. Thank you, dude. Where are you at? Where's your last one? Is there a last one from you? Hang on. Give me one sec here. Tweet BG. I know my 6-star luck is bad. No need to pity it. This could go one of two ways. You could actually mean that this is bad, or you're just baiting me in and this is going to be a sick poll. All right, let's go to Twitter. Let's check it out. I don't know if I have any tweets here, actually. Not in the past couple of hours, at least. What's your name on Twitter? Is it the same name on Twitter? If it's the same name on Twitter, then you might need to check your settings. Oh, wait. Here we go. No. Wait, is this you? I see somebody sent over something with 6 stars. You need 8 6-stars for new tier 1 incursion. Wish me luck that I don't get duped. Okay, I think this must be you. But oof, yeah, man. You do have some champions that could use a buff or two, to say the least. You got this Awakened Joe Fixit, dude. Hopefully Joe Fixit gets a little bit of buff. We were talking about him the other day. His abilities are actually not bad. He's got some good utility. It's just his numbers are a bit low. If they seriously just tweaked his numbers, buffed him up, that'd be pretty good. But I think that was you, right? If not, let me know and I'll check for a different tweet. But that was the only one I saw with 6 stars in it. Iron Pool the Third said it over 5. Thank you, dude. Saying you're the reason I'm uncollected and now soon to be Cavalier. Thank you for your knowledge. Keep up the grind and the channel. Well, thank you very much, man. But you're probably giving me too much credit. You're the one hopping in there, getting it done. So yeah, man. I appreciate the support, the shout out, and all that. But hey, man, at the end of the day, the power is in your fingertips, man. Good luck on getting Cav, dude. Good stuff. Maximus Savage, dude, what's up, man? Saying, guys, if you want to honor Chadwick, please donate to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. His time, even while sick, went to supporting those kids. Hashtag Wakanda forever. Dang, dude, I didn't even know that about him, but yeah, man. That's a good way to do it, man. That's a good way to do it for sure. Maximus Savage, dude, that is incredibly generous of you, though, as always, man. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you very much, dude. That is super kind of you. Yeah, so I'd be honest, I didn't know a ton about him other than that he was obviously Black Panther, right? But I watched a few videos last night and this morning just to kind of, I don't know. It's because I want to know more about him. And it seemed like a super kind dude, just the way he talked in like interviews and stuff like that. But yeah, sucks. Actually, like Juggernaut even has underrated, but kind of hurts after playing many matches. Just got 5-star Juggernaut. Yeah, that's this game for you, man. You get good champs sometimes, you get bad champs sometimes. That's the way it is. How did you get the stripy power meter? It's just a bug that I think is getting fixed in probably the next update, or maybe the update after. I don't know. But apparently it's a bug. It's not supposed to be like that. MSD and BG incursion run soon. We usually have different incursion partners. Wouldn't be totally opposed to it, but yeah, we normally have different incursion partners. How do you get such high power rating? Like total power rating? Or you just mean on my champions? It's the masteries. So I mean, your champions in this game, they have the same base hero rating kind of across the board between all players, and the only thing that really influences that is your champion's rank and their signature level. Then there's kind of an inflated number here that largely comes from masteries. They could also come from boosts and synergies and things like that, but it's mostly masteries that will affect your champion's PI, and some of the more powerful masteries have a larger effect on your champions. Day stream times 3. I know, man. So many day streams. So much content to do. I got 5-star Stark Spidey. Is he still as OP as a year ago? As a year ago? I mean, not a whole lot has changed in the past year, to be honest. He's not as strong as some champions that came out before a year ago, though, in my opinion. At least, with the likes of Corvus, Ghost, Omega Red, things like that. But those champs have been out for a little over a year now. But, I mean, Stark Spidey, he's still a powerful champion. He's still useful, still worth ranking up, things like that. Working on making my first video, BG. Will be a simple war vid with a voiceover. Figure it's the best way to start. Yeah, man. That is a great way to start, absolutely. War videos... I think one of the toughest parts about making videos is just figuring out where to start. When you have kind of a blank canvas and you can make a video about literally anything. So having it be focused on something like a war, I think that's a great way to kind of ease yourself into it, for sure. Matt, 400k, only 3k shards away. Hopefully reach the 750k milestone. All right, dude. Good luck, man. Usually, what are your thoughts on Apocalypse? You know, I'm kind of just excited that he's being added to the game. To be honest, man, I don't know a ton about Apocalypse. I know he was in one of the X-Men movies, right? But I actually didn't see that movie. I have not read any comics with him in it or anything like that. I mean, I've only just barely read comics when I made that long shot video. It was like my first time ever reading comics. So I don't really have too much of a history with this guy. I don't even remember him from other video games, really. I want to say he was in one of the fighting games, but I'm not even sure if that's true. But a lot of people have been asking for this guy for a while, so I guess that's why I'm excited. I'm excited that other people are kind of getting one of their most requested champs. Plus, it seems like if we were to get some powerful champions this year, he'd be one of them. You know, he seems like that kind of Doom level, kind of gonna have some impact on the game type of thing, you know, just in a different way. Keep the day streams coming. I mean, yeah, for at least another couple days probably. They gotta stop at some point, but there's just so much to do right now. I feel like I gotta do it. Morning Dingus, what's up, Abdo? May these 2 stars lead you to a 5-star Aegon. I hope, man. See an elusive, bald, spotted BG streaming in the daytime. Good morning, Pixie Bell. Hope he has a heavy similar to Mephisto where he changes size. That'd be interesting. That would be very interesting indeed. Yeah, he was in an X-Men movie. It was called X-Men Apocalypse. Oh, so he was just I mean, he was definitely in it there. But yeah. G, thumbs up for a day stream. It's prime TV entertainment for me. All right, dude. Awesome, man. I was wondering if Aegon, if that's how you spell it, is good, because I opened my first ever 2 5-star crystals and got Aegon and duped him the second crystal. Yeah, man, Aegon's great, and that is how you spell it, sort of. The A and the E, I type it out that way, the same way that you did. Really, it's one character, but nobody's got time to look up the alt code or whatever, or however you're getting that character in there, copy and pasting it if you're doing it that way. I just typed the AE separately. But yeah, Aegon's great. You lucked out. He's difficult to use in standard questing, so your instincts might be to use him all the time, and he's amazing in certain quests, and he'll be okay in others, but you know, hopefully you get some other champions too that'll be kind of like these main go-to champs, and then use Aegon as kind of a specialty champ to get through longer quests. I'm mad. Open 2 5-star class specific for Doom. Got Yellow Jacket and OG Spider-Man. Open Dungeon Crystal for Doom. Got Black Panther Civil War. Ain't grinding the Herald side quest because I am done. I mean, yeah, dude, I understand it. Trust me, we've all pulled crappy champions, but that's just kind of the nature of the game. At least we have these things to be able to grind these champs. That's kind of the way I'm looking at it right now. Is people, it used to take months, and I mean, you know, when you're newer to the game, I mean, it still takes a very long time to get 5-star shards, but the fact that we could even say that we're popping open a couple of 5-stars from like events that are going on right now instead of saving the 5-star shards over like many months and actually popping open crystals, it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. And hang in there, man. Hopefully your next crystals are better. Guys with the all caps questions, I'm not reading your questions, man. You gotta take it down a notch. So yeah, just a heads up. Yo BG, can I see your masteries? Sure, we can take a quick detour to the masteries real quick. It is a setup that I talked about in detail in my suicide mastery guide, because I really like this setup. It's a setup that I've been using for a while too. It's just kind of my standard bare minimum suicides for the offensive tree. Defensively, my standard left half of the tree. Max willpower, single point and coagulate. Largely for Omega Red. This way it doesn't take any bleed damage whatsoever. And then I have maxed out Mystic Dispersion. And yeah, that is my current masteries. Let's get back to that arena. BG, what are the arena cutoffs? Well, my predictions, I guess we can put that up there. My predictions for Thing and Dragon Man. I'll in the bottom left corner now. This arena, there's no like top prize type thing, right? It's just milestones for this one. BMAC sent it over to BMAC. Thank you very much. Saying, any tips for a new to streaming player? Any tips for a new to streaming player? I would say probably the biggest tip that I'd have is it may be tough to what's the right way of saying it? I think if you like, it depends on what your goals are, of course. If you just want to stream and just whoever shows up, that's like cool with you kind of thing, then that's fine, and you could just stream. But if you did want to kind of like build the channel up and try to have like as many people in the stream as possible type thing, you got to make other content too, just because it's hard for people to like find the channel even without having other videos that like YouTube is like recommending for people to watch and check out and things like that. So yeah, like I said, it depends on how you want to take it, but for most people, I'd recommend not just streaming, but also making, you know, videos whenever possible. Usually helpful videos are the best, because it's kind of a win-win for everybody. If you help somebody, they usually return the favor and kind of help you back by hitting the subscribe button. So really, you know, everybody wins with that type of content. So yeah, I mean, that's, I don't know. I don't have too much for advice on like during the actual streams themselves. Just kind of, you know, be yourself, have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously, and yeah, that's about it. But dude, thank you very much for the 2. Hope some of that advice helped at least. Griffin Williams said it over 5. Griffin, thank you very much. Saying, have you ever been stopped at the airport for being oh my, I didn't know where this was going, for being the bomb diggity. Oh man. You know, they did try to put that stuff in my hand a bunch. It was like 3 flights in a row. I don't know what happened, but you know where they like randomly pull someone out of the line and they have like I think they like swab your hand for something. Anyway, I don't know what they do. But Griffin, thank you as always, man. Being the bomb diggity. Thank you, dude. AP Waves sending over a buck. Thank you, dude. Simpg, I took my 6-star Killmonger to rank 3 and finally getting around to recording gameplay. And I'm so surprised on how useful he is in Act 6. Are you? Okay. I've been meaning to kind of rank up my Killmonger for a while now. It took a while for me to even get the dude. It's the only reason that delayed it so long. But I love having him for the synergy with Void. I can't say I've really ever used him much in content outside of the synergy, but that's cool, man. By the way, I don't know if you guys can hear it. I hope you guys can't hear it. But there's like some people mowing the lawn. Got some very loud weed whackers or whatever going on outside right now. Super loud for me, but hopefully the way I have things set up here, you guys can't hear it. But let me know if you can. I could try to tweak something. BG is stun immune Modok in the tech variant and always kills my whole team. Are there any tech champs with True Strike? I can't beat the guy. Trying to think if any new ones got added. At the time when that quest was first introduced, most people used Stark Spidey for that. Or wait. Tech variant. I was thinking variant 1 when you said tech variant for some reason. But you're talking about variant 3, aren't you? Because there's a stun immune Modok in variant 1, the second chapter. Okay, so here's the thing about, if we're talking about variant 3, you don't need to use a tech champion. Even though tech champions, that's what you want to use for the majority of the quest, you can bring in anyone. And that Modok, he's going to be a pain to deal with regardless, honestly. But you can bring in anyone. It'll just be a little bit slower. You'll have that 50% reduced attack. But if you have a good True Strike champion that you like to play, you can bring them in. And just don't use them for the entire path. Save them for that fight. And then use tech champions for the rest. Would be my advice on it. But I guess secondary advice, yeah, you can use tech champions. It's just difficult. It can be difficult, at least. I want to say Ghost can probably deal with it with stun immune, right? Normally she can. I don't know if there's any other nodes or some interaction that I'm not thinking of. Or with Stark Spidey. Like I said, back in the variant 1 days, it was just build up poise charges and then kind of hope for the best with intercepting and stuff. But very difficult fight indeed. What's up, P-Datch? Timer set for collecting compensation. It's not necessary. The timer's all up here. No, it's not necessary because I claimed it. I was having a little bit of trouble sleeping last night, and I was thinking, you know what? Let's just open it. And I'm not going to go to my roster. I will not show my 5 or 6 star roster. Luckily, this arena is capped out at 2 stars, so there's no way to kind of spoil things. But I'm going to upload it. So after the stream, I'm gonna be a little bit busy. So I don't know how quickly I can get the video uploaded after the stream, but I'll try to get it up as soon as possible, at least. Actually got to get out of here in about an hour from now. But yeah, I will. It'll be up. It'll be up soon. Cons Kai sending over £1. Thank you, dude. Saying, hey BG, hope you are well. I know you're not the biggest Dr. Voodoo fan, but I love him. Is there any use for his energy resistance while blocking? I don't think there's much, but of course there's some. So I mean, you know, there's the obvious, somewhat obvious at least, that some champions just have very difficult specials to evade, right? And this is, you know, resistance, it's not just when getting hit. I mean, of course, obviously, but it also will reduce the damage that you're taking. I think of it as just kind of like a stacked block proficiency almost, in a way, where that's holy jeez, think of like Cap Beardo, right? Let's hope this kills him, so otherwise, yeah, recoil would have got me. All right, good. Think about like Cap Beardo, right, where because he has that crazy high block proficiency, you can sometimes just kind of block a special and not really worry about having to evade it. So I think it's kind of the same way for Voodoo, where with the energy resistance, you could stand there and just block a difficult to evade special. But other than that, I mean, I don't think there's too much use. Most specials, even you probably still want to try to evade. It's just if you ever found yourself in that situation for a really difficult one, that happens to be energy damage based, then it would save you a bit. I think that's really it. If someone else has come up with a more like specific use, someone saying it's Magic's Limbo. I never really thought about that. Energy resistance only works when holding block, not blocking attacks. Does it not work when you block like a beam? Is it just the passive energy damage? Well, let's go take a look at Voodoo real quick. I think I have him as a 2-star. So again, I ain't going to my my roster. Let's see exactly what it says. To be totally honest with you, it's not something that I even think about when playing Voodoo. Let's see. Increase energy resistance by 1600 while blocking. Yeah, so shouldn't that... I mean, the way I interpret that, at least, is that you will reduce any kind of energy attack when blocking it, or just while blocking or whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those things that you're not playing Voodoo for that ability. I'll tell you that much. Or maybe it's just me. Now, the more I think about it, hey man, maybe it's one of those abilities that I just disregard, and other people are like, oh no, it's actually great, and I use it for this situation, but at least I've never played it or played Voodoo with that ability in mind. Sohaib saying for Voodoo it doesn't. The icon disappears. That's very strange. Kind of want to test that, but I'll take your word for it for now. So yeah, I mean, there's not really much use for it though, as far as I know. Sidonian, what's up, Sidonian? Sending over £1. Thank you, dude. Saying wife and daughter away for the bank holiday weekend. Nothing left to get between me and Variant 5 100%. Nice, dude. Hope you're good, BG. Yeah, man. As always, doing good over here. Good luck, man. Good luck with your variant exploration. Good stuff. Which variant is the easiest? It's a little bit dependent on your roster. I would say variants 3 through 5 are definitely easier than 1 and 2, but it is a little bit dependent on your roster. Honestly, I feel like variant 5 might be the easiest, but then again, as I was just saying, it's dependent on roster, and I have a lot of powerful Mystic champions ranked up to help me with it. And even then, I was still getting my butt kicked a little bit yesterday. But variant 4, I would say, is the first chapter, the bosses and everything like that. It's pretty rough. After you get through that, it's really not too bad using the lower star champions. And variant 3, there's lots of ways to kind of cheese the content. You can stun lock with Stark Spidey, or just decimate it with Ghost, because that's what Ghost does, you know. Hidden use, someone say. He was great against the Havoc Act 6 boss. Power drain and energy resist helped for the plasma debt. And I do think that it helps when being hit as well. Gotta confirm. Okay. Alright. Interesting, Royal. So you had a different message before too, saying bananas. Hey BG, can I trade my 6-star thing for your 6-star torch? I don't need another. Also afternoon. I kind of like my torch, man. Thing's nice and all, but I kind of like my torch. I'm gonna have to decline that trade. BG, hope you're well. Do I need 3 points in willpower before unlocking the last 3 suicide masteries? You really want to have willpower maxed out before putting any points in suicides. Yeah. Yep. Variant 4 is relying on champs most probably don't have. For the lower level ones you're talking? I mean the lower level champions, there's really just that one kind of, well, two problematic lanes. One with Hulkbuster, that, you know, Hulkbuster got updated, but that quest was kind of balanced before the update. And then the Caustic Temper, but I mean, just to get a single clear at least, and even 100% some of the quests and stuff like that, really not too bad. Rank 2 6-star Torch is a beast. Also, hey BG, happy Saturday. What's up, man? Is it just that there's a lot more kids in the daytime, or what? Because there's always a lot more idiots in here. I mean, I think most 99% of people are still cool. You just have some people that I don't know, man. That's just how it always is. There were people like that during the nighttime streams too, and then they got banned or something. I don't know. But 99% of people in here are still cool, regardless of time. What's up, BG? How important do you feel suicides are overall? Like anything in this game, my answer is going to be it depends, but I'll give you a more specific answer to that. So if you are an arena grinder, they are extremely important. Vital. Absolutely vital as an arena grinder. But not everybody grinds the arena. So that's where the it depends part comes in. It also depends on the champions that you're using, because some champions benefit highly from the suicides, and others, it's their downfall. Using someone like Void, you're going to have a miserable time running suicides, but running someone like Corvus, and you're going to feel like you're hacking the game. It's gonna, a lot of content becomes like a joke if you have the right combination of champion and synergies to boost them up. But for anyone who is an arena grinder, the amount of resources, the amount of extra resources that you can pull in due to having the suicide masteries, like, they pay for themselves. The suicide masters have paid for themselves 1,000 times over, you know. Not only do you get rewards faster, but it's more enjoyable too. For me, it's difficult to play arena without suicides on. Like, just getting onto the infinite streak. Just getting onto the infinite streak without suicides is actually a challenge. Like, going through those fights with the AI being all stupid and walking up to your face and everything like that. When you have suicides on, your champions, they're hitting so much harder that it's okay if they don't throw a special. You just kind of go for it, and they just die. They don't always die before they get to 3 bars of power, but I don't know. Normally they don't even throw it right away anyway, so whatever. Khan's Kai sending over another pound. Thank you very much. Saying, just tried dueling Havoc. Block damage was minimal. Interesting was I took heavy in my face and started taking damage over time. When I hold block, damage halved. Yeah. That is interesting. You know, I've never tried, I don't think I've ever tried Voodoo versus Havoc. Shout out to Royal on that one. But that's cool, man. That seems like that is a use for him at least. What was I gonna say? Yeah, okay, so I guess here's the other thing. Here's kind of the other issue with resistance. Sometimes it's not enough. I guess, like, if you combine resistance with the ability to heal, then that's when things kind of get nutty, right? That's one of the reasons why Omega Red is so powerful, is because he has high bleed resistance, and heals from it because of willpower, and then he has other healing abilities just in his toolkit naturally and everything like that. Voodoo does have healing, but it's just at the start of the fight, and in the longer fights there's no way to kind of get that health back, so going up against some of the really powerful opponents might not be enough. That said, the attack values just got nerfed in Act 6, so I wonder if with the changed attack values, maybe it is enough for some of the stuff. I mean, I guess Royal was already saying it was enough for pre-nerf Havoc. Post-nerf could be really good. Sean said it over Buck. Sean, thank you very much, dude. I'm sorry, did I say a buck? I meant to say $5. Thank you, dude. Saying, hey BG, should I rank 5 Domino or rank 4 Colossus and Hype? Only have 1 other rank 5 and 3 other rank 4. Well, it's a tricky one, because I normally recommend, if you have the resources to get a rank 5 champion, you want to rank 5 a champion over having more rank 4s. One rank 5, in my opinion, is better than 2 rank 4s. That said, the champions in question here, I am personally, like, I don't know, it's maybe a little bit of bias, but I love Colossus, I love Hyperion. Both of those champions I use all the time. So the way that I would approach it, if I were you, is I would forget about Domino, and I would, in this case, rank 4 Colossus or Hype. I'd probably just go with one of them, and then take that champion to rank 5 as soon as possible, whenever you get whatever resources that you're missing. And then I would rank up the other one too. Like Domino, she's super strong, and as long as you like her, then there's nothing wrong with ranking her up. And you could just go with her. A lot of people have ranked her up. A lot of people enjoy using Domino, but she's never been a champion that I enjoyed playing much. There's something about the 6-hit combos and stuff like that. Plus, I feel like there's more. Honestly, I just feel like Colossus is a stronger mutant than Domino. Hyperion, I feel like, is a stronger champion too, but obviously different class type. So yeah, that's the way I would approach it. But like I said, if you like Domino, it's totally fine to rank her up. I normally do recommend, if you're ever in a situation, 1 rank 5 versus 2 rank 4s, to go with the rank 5. As long as it's a champion that you really like and want to take to rank 5. Otherwise, gotta play it a little bit slower, like I was describing. But Sean, thank you very much for the 5, dude. PG, can you please try rank 3 6-star Colossus in the beta and make a video? Actually, I can't. So the way the beta works is well, I mean, first off, it's not always live. So we're actually not in it right now, but we will be again. I'm sure, to test out the new champions and things like that. But the way it works is we use the champions that we have, like it's a copy of our accounts, and then they also add in like the new champions and stuff. So the only way to get to even test out a 6-star Colossus is to already have a 6-star Colossus, which I don't have, or if Colossus is I think if he's part of, I don't know if they give us a 6-star if he's part of a synergy or something like that. So I think they also give out like the synergy partners to test them out, but I don't know if those come in 6-star variants. But yeah, if someone else in the CCP has a 6-star Colossus on their account, you can try asking them and see if they will do that. I'm a huge fan of Domino. It's just that I don't have Rolk or Massacre as 5-star. I just need to recoup the tier 2 alpha to be able to rank 5 one of them. Okay, got it. BG Sunspot or Omega Red for Act 5. They're both gonna crush it, man. Both those champions are gonna be quite powerful for it. If you run Suicides, no question, Omega Red's the way to go. If you don't run Suicides, you'll probably have a better time with Sunspot, and you might occasionally use Omega Red for... There's actually a few different bleed nodes that you'll come across. Caltrops, the one where you dash back and your champion starts to bleed. Biohazard, when you hit them, bleed. And then probably just some straight up bleed nodes where you just start bleeding and start the fight type of thing. You'll come across a bunch of those, and Omega Red, without Suicides, doesn't matter. He'll crush those fights. So yeah, if you don't run Suicides though, for the average fight at least, Sunspot will be better. Also, just something to note about those two champions: Sunspot does not need to be awakened, and Omega Red, he can be played unawakened, but he really benefits a ton from being awakened, and at least at a decent sig level. PG, who should I rank 5? Colossus, Hype, Domino, all awakened, and Medusa unawakened, currently on 6.2. Well, I wouldn't go with Medusa unawakened. She's great, but yeah, she gains a lot from that awaken ability. Her damage is like cut in half without it, type of thing. But okay, Colossus, Hype, and Domino. I mean, we're just talking about these champions. I would steer more towards Colossus and Hype between those. Almost doesn't even matter in which order that you rank those champions up. Colossus and Hype, they're some of my most commonly used champs, and they'll both be great for Act 6. PG opened 5-star Doom last week, opened 6-star Doom today. Do I rank 5? Do I rank the 5-star, 6-star, or both? Wow, man! Congrats on the fantastic luck there, man. No pun intended with the whole Fantastic Four thing, but that's a little bit of a tough one. I mean, he doesn't need to be awakened for most fights, but the awaken ability does help in some. I would probably just go with the 6-star version myself. Bit of a tough call though. I don't have the most Doom experience since, well, I don't have him as either a 5 or a 6-star. But from what I see, I think he can be played unawakened, and I would just go with the 6-star probably. Sup BG, love the content, stay free to play, and any tips for the Ultron in Act 5? I don't have Medusa. Thank you, man. Well, the Ultron in Act 5, you don't need Medusa for it. Any champion that's good against Ultron will work, or champions that can limit his healing or reverse the healing, those champions will work as well. The way to play around that Ultron, you'll notice this if you watch videos on it. I think at the time when that content came out, like I don't know if I said it clearly enough in the videos. Others maybe did, but anyway, the way it works is he has these grayed out buffs, right? And they're not active. They're just, it's just letting you know that, hey, Ultron can gain this buff, but it's doing nothing for them while they're grayed out. The way he gains those buffs is when you put a debuff on Ultron. Now that debuff includes parry stuns, it includes armor breaks, it includes just any other debuff you could imagine. So what you have to do is hit him, either just go in with the intent to never land a single debuff on him. You can use champions that just don't apply debuffs and don't parry him, block, bait out heavy attacks, things like that. It does hit pretty hard, so you are going to take a bit of block damage there, but at least you'll never activate his buffs. So you can play it that way. Or you can intentionally hit him with debuffs and parry stun him and all that when he has one of the less powerful buffs rotating around. The power gain is by far the worst one. if you like, let's say you parry stun him while he has that power gain active, his power is going to shoot up. He'll most likely hit you with a special 3, and that'll be the end of the fight. The next most difficult one is the healing, unless you have a way to counter the healing. And if you do have a way to counter the healing, then that's perfect. You know, if you're using someone like Void, then you kind of want to parry stun him when he has that heal. But ideally, you're usually hitting him with debuffs when he has the armor up icon or the attack icon. Armor break really helps too, because he takes significantly less damage when he has that armor up on. But yeah, I mean, that's really what you need to do, is just honestly play around the power gain buff and the healing buff, and that's the best way to approach it. Hope that made sense. If it didn't, just watch some videos and think about what I was saying, and hopefully it'll become more clear. Owen Bayer, I don't know if I'm saying your last name right, but Owen, thank you very much for the 5, saying love the content. Thank you, man. Still hate you ranked down OG Hulk. Hashtag buff OG Hulk. He does need a buff, man. Oh man, what a throwback. That was a long time ago. You know what's funny? I was thinking about OG Hulk, reading through the patch notes and all that, because they're updating some of the hashtag metal champions with the changes going on to Magneto. And basically they're saying that if a champion is holding metal, like if they're holding a sword or something like that, that does not count towards the hashtag, because they can drop it, I guess. But any champion that has just like their body is metal and things like that, and they can't drop it, that's the hashtag metal guys. So they changed Gwenpool. Actually, they removed the hashtag metal tag from Gwenpool, and this is all going to connect to Hulk in just a second, I swear. When I was going through Labyrinth, I was using Gwenpool to 100% clear it, and on the initial pass, Gwenpool crushed it. But when I was exploring, there was a lot of fights that I realized, oh man, Gwenpool just can't do this fight. One of them being Magneto. So what I had to do was use OG Hulk. And it was a long fight. For those of you guys that remember, that were around when I was clearing Labyrinth, it was a very long fight, and I really wish Hulk was a bit stronger back then. They buffed him in the past already, so I don't know the next time they're gonna buff him. Maybe they'll just hit him with some powerful unique synergies or something like that. But I do wish he was a bit stronger. But anyway, Owen, thank you very much, man. Definitely appreciate the 5. Anthony said it 05. Anthony, thank you very much, man. Saying, sometimes I can't sleep at night because I worry no one is there to give you soft, sweet kisses goodnight on your head. Just a random thought. What? Well, that is a thought. That is that, man. Oh man, I mean, you're right now there is no one. Laura is still spending time with some family and all that, but she'll be back soon, so don't you worry, man. There will be someone around to give me the soft sweet kisses on my head. But dude, thank you very much. Appreciate the 5, dude. Yeah, and they gave it to Corvus, who is holding metal. Makes no sense. If it's about his armor, then plenty of other champs have metal armor that isn't being counted. I don't know exactly how they did it. Maybe there was like a certain amount of armor that's needed. I don't know. All I know is I feel like Kabam removed it off of Gwenpool just to spite me, because that would have made things so much easier if if I had if I was able to use Gwenpool for that fight at least. Sunspot better than Namor. I have enough to max out one of them. They are 4 stars. Who should I pick? Yeah, I would say so. For 4-star level content, where you're at in the game, you don't really need Namor's abilities so much. And I think Sunspot is overall the better champion. So, yeah, I'd recommend ranking up Sunspot. BG, you think the Act 6 nerf is gonna bring different champions into meta with bad block efficiency like Cole or Gwenpool? Possibly. So, it will make them more viable. That is for sure. Will we see a lot of people suddenly start going towards these champions though? I don't know about that. Probably not a ton. I'm sure some people will play these champions a bit more than they are now, but I don't expect it to be like, oh, Cole is the go-to champion now. He's going to be used all the time for everyone clearing Act 6. I don't expect it to be like that. Like, here's the other thing about Cole Obsidian. Wait, actually right now, MSD saying Cole's only weakness is his block proficiency. See, I'm going to go ahead and disagree with that. I think it's his biggest weakness. I think it's kind of downfall, but there's also not a ton that he brings to the table that is unique to counter some of the content where you need a very specific counter, you know? So if you have a Cole Obsidian ranked up, will he be useful for those quests? I think so. But is it I don't know. Like if somebody was asking for rank up advice and they're asking between someone like Colossus and Cole, I'm going to say Colossus 10 out of 10 times. You still have to think about the initial investment to get the champion ranked up. And sure, they can, you know, someone like Cole can handle the average fight where you don't need anything special. And he does have some other utility. He's got True Strike and stuff, but it's I don't know. It's the type of utility that you kind of look for as like a bonus for the champion. Like Corvus, he is nuts in every way, and then he has a way to get True Strike on top of it, something like that, right? Cole Obsidian, he doesn't have any immunities. I mean, he's just like the classic glass cannon type champion. Slightly different because he's so large that I don't know. I don't consider these like big XL champions as glass cannons usually. Usually it's like the smaller, swifter type characters in games that are glass cannons, right? But anyway, that's what he is. So if you do have a Cole Obsidian ranked up, cool, you'll probably get to use him more. But if someone's asking for rank advice, I'd probably still say to steer clear. He's going to handle fights that your other champions are already going to be able to handle, except they can do more fights. BG, I have 1.8 million battle chips. Should I open all uncollected before gold boost ends or wait till Cyber Monday to open them? I'm worried I'll spend those units. Well, if you really think that you'll spend the units before Cyber Monday, then don't do it. But I mean, during gold boost, that is the best time. I mean, we're never gonna get a unit boost week, right? So like now is the time. If you are hurting for gold at all, but at the same time, like you said, if you are worried that you're gonna spend them, it's gonna have a bigger impact on your account to save those units and get the Cyber Monday deals, probably. compared to potentially spending them on like cav crystals and then not being able to pick up the Cyber Monday deals. The Cyber Monday deals usually do include some gold too, so yeah, it's up to you and how you feel about your willpower to resist getting other things with those units, I guess. If you think you're strong enough, pop them now. If not, just save them. What's the ratio of 1 million uncollected battleships to units? You get roughly 1,800 units per million battleships, from my past experience at least, and what I've seen with others. We don't have the exact number, but it's a pretty good estimate. I think yeah, AQ just started, right? Okay, I don't need to join right away. My paths, I'm usually on I think I'm on path 9 in section, well, depending on how it's numbered, it's the top right. Anyway, point is, I'm not holding anybody up in AQ, so I'll join that a little bit later. Like I said before, this is going to be a slightly shorter stream than usual. I've got a couple things that have to get done today, so I have to head out of here in about another half an hour, but there's still plenty of time to grind. Ooh, are we getting raided? We got a hashtag Vice Squad. Thank you very much for the raid. Appreciate it. Anyone know if Gambit is getting a buff anytime soon? Yes. It's been announced that he's getting buffed. I can't remember if he's... I think, yeah, well, Which month was he getting buffed? Because after Magneto, it's Punisher 2099, Gambit, and Falcon, but I don't remember in which order. Either way, soon though. Yeah, he is getting buffed. Six-star Ghost to rank 2 or 5-star Doom to rank 5. Dude, both those champions exceptionally powerful. It's just depends on what you're looking for. They're very different champions, but you eventually want to rank both of them up. As for which one's first, just depends on what your needs are. Immunities are just always going to be the best utilities, so when it comes down to a champ with no immunities like Cole or great immunities like Colossus with slightly less burst damage, Colossus wins. Yeah, man. It's one of the reasons why, like I said, I mean, I know a lot of people would probably disagree with this, and it's not like the game's never going to change. All right, so don't get mad at me for saying this. There's a 0% chance of Kabam ever making this change, but I wish that immunities didn't really exist. Resistance, yes. Full-on immunity, no. I think that was not good for the game overall. I think it's easier for players to kind of understand and wrap their heads around. So there is definitely a real, like, I mean, of course there is that whole idea of well, yeah, I mean, why would the champion on fire be able to take fire damage? But we kind of already have that. But anyway, the reason why I don't like full-on immunities to things is there's just no room for balance. It's all or nothing. Anytime you have like an all or nothing situation, you're either taking damage or you're not. There is no wiggle room. Even someone like, let's say, Omega Red, who has crazy bleed resistance, right? There are some fights where you will take so much bleed damage that your health will actually go down. He's still great to have for it, but your health will actually still go down. There's room to balance there. I think it would also naturally push players towards higher star champions. So like the gates in Act 6. Like if the gates weren't there, you could 100% use champions that have immunities to get through certain fights, because again, it's all or nothing. But if it was on a little bit of a different scale, I don't think those gates would be necessary, and players would naturally want, and I mean more than just want, they would need these higher star champions in order to survive. They would have a little bit higher resistance, and also because they have higher health pools, the balance with willpower would be better too. So that it would get to the point where no, you just straight up couldn't use a 4-star champion and survive in some fights. So the gates wouldn't be necessary. You could still, you know, bring them in for synergies. I think it would change the game a lot if it worked differently. Resistances are actually stronger in my opinion, since you can heal from them with willpower in almost all situations. And yeah, in a lot of ways they are stronger. So it's not like a nerf to the power of a champion. It's just, it would be a different way of balancing and stuff. How could you explain a robot bleeding then? Well, so you just have to come up with different attacks. So you wouldn't have strikes that bleed, you would have strikes that puncture. And on opponents with like skin and bones and stuff like that, you puncture their skin and therefore they bleed. But if you puncture a robot, it still weakens them, right? It just weakens them in a different way. We see this with some champions already, where instead of bleeding them, their armor is broken, you know? So instead of having bleed in the toolkit, like every champion, if they have a puncturing attack, it can be unique based on that champion. We can have like things set up so that they're easy to understand and kind of similar across the board. But even right now we have like Venom the Duck, where if the opponent's immune to bleed, they degen. So there are different effects you can have, but you can do that with other attacks. For poison, that's probably where I would say it'd be better to put like degen if someone didn't poison or something like that. I don't know. You can really come up with hashtag oil leak. There you go. You can really come up with different ways to go about it. Like I said, I think the benefit to immunities is that it's easier for people to understand. So from a player perspective, this it's relatively complicated. You know, like it's simple on the surface, easy to get into, but all the different interactions, it does get complicated, and having an all or nothing does simplify it a little bit. But I think it also does hurt the game in ways too. So it's just kind of a trade-off, and depending on like who you ask, one would be better than the other, I would say, you know. I would bet most people probably wouldn't want to go the route that I'm talking about, to be honest. Especially since it's already established with immunities. It would be too big of a change for people to even want to relearn the mechanics of the game and stuff like that, which, like I said, it's never going to happen. It's not something I'm asking Kabam for, and even if I begged them to make the change, it would never happen. The game is just built the way it is with immunities. Immunities tangent, got it. Yeah, Hunter, we're done with it though. I don't remember how it got onto it, but changing immunities straight up will be a dumb move. It'll be like facing Starburst and Bane kind of damage regularly. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. You also don't need to have as many nodes with bleeds and stuff like that too. Like so the benefit, here's the benefit, guys. The benefit is that it opens up champions that you get to play and get to use, and you're not reliant on these champions with immunities. So MSD, someone like Tigra that you love to play, right? You can't play her in a lot of situations because it feels like you need immunities, right? But maybe you just give her, I don't know, like every champion would have different resistances. She would have some kind of resistances. But then you just don't have as many of these fights where you need an immunity to counter it, kind of thing. You don't have this situation where you're deciding between Cole and Colossus wins every time, because I mean, that's just the way the game is, man. We need these immunities to survive. But the game would be balanced differently too if you take away immunities. But anyway, like I said, it's never gonna happen. It's just BG loves creating issues where there aren't any. Oh, see, I totally disagree. I think it's a huge issue, man. I think it's a pretty big issue. Half the champions, I mean, think about the champions that came out this year. Half of them people just don't even want to play. How many champions can you add that people aren't interested in before people lose interest in the game entirely? The game is good. I mean, there's tons of content to do and stuff like that, but it was pretty disappointing for a lot of people, a lot of the champions that came out this year, right? You think that's not an issue at all? I feel like it is one. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. BG, do you like Ronin? Is good. Are you asking if Ronin's good? Just pulled him from 5-star Crystal. Yeah, Ronin, we're talking Cosmic Ronin here with the A. He's a good champion. He's good situationally, though. He's only good when the opponent has lots of buffs. And he kind of needs to be awakened in those situations, too. But in those situations, he can stun lock the opponent. So he's like the best at countering champions with lots of buffs, because you just stun lock them, completely shut them out of the fight entirely. Game over. I think they need to update the backgrounds, like the arena backgrounds, you're saying? It's been a while since they added one, but they do add them from time to time. So then just add resistances to champions that don't have immunities instead of removing immunities entirely. And they could do that. They have added resistances to some. I mean, they're doing it with Magneto here. Still think having 90% resistance debuffs is better than immunities. However, the issue lies that only Coagulate exists and not any other debuff can be reduced. I mean, they could add those masteries too. Is anyone immune to tangents? Lots of people, I'm sure. Lots of people probably clicked out of the stream when I was talking about it. BG, have you seen Sasquatch's tree yet? Yes, with the talking about with the initials on it in the animation and stuff, with the S+G kind of thing in the heart. Should I rank 5 my Omega Red or wait for Magneto buff? I mean, if you run Suicides, I'd probably still favor Omega Red over Magneto, but they're both exceptionally powerful champions. Just kind of depends on what your needs are. Magneto's better at countering the metal champions. Omega Red's probably better at countering most other situations if they don't have the metal tag. Some champions need immunity though. Imagine if Warlock wasn't bleed immune, if Torch wasn't incinerate immune. I understand where you're coming from, but a lot of factors of the game would change. Well, I mean, here's the way I see it. Mephisto is not incinerate immune, right? He can have an incinerate debuff on him. It just doesn't hurt him. It would straight up be a buff to Torch. You know, you want him to be on fire, right? Warlock, like I said, yeah, Warlock, he wouldn't bleed. He would be immune to bleed, but the attacks would be different. So he would still suffer from a puncturing blow type of thing. But are we saying that Torch can't be on fire? Because I don't know. To me, it looks like he can be on fire. He just doesn't take damage from it. Bushido Brown sending over a pound. Saying, would the resistance apply to both effects, debuff and passive? Probably, but I mean, I haven't thought that far ahead because it's like I said, it's not going to happen. It's just something that I think about a little bit, but yeah, I think the resistance would be kind of across the board, whether it's a debuff or passive, you know. My brain has suffered a puncturing blow from these tangents. Yeah, probably. But Bushido Brow, thank you for the buck. Can't say it enough. It is never gonna happen, but I guess I just hate that some champions, it feels like I can't play them. I can't rank them. Their worth just plummets in relation to champions that have the immunity. So I'm trying to think about some way to kind of balance it, some way to fix it. And that's where my brain goes to. My brain goes to there is no way to balance this. We're looking at something that's all or nothing. BG Gold Boost will expire in a couple of days. When will you open yours? Probably tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter when I open them as long as the Gold Boost is still active, right? Probably tomorrow. BG, would you recommend that I save my 1.5k units for masteries, willpower, and recovery, or save it for Omega week of boss rushes? We don't know what the rewards are for the Omega boss rush, right? Normally, I do recommend investing units into masteries. They're the best thing to spend your units on is masteries. But I would maybe just wait and see what the rewards are so you can have all the info available before making the decision. It's coming out real soon, right? Like Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. So yeah, I'd maybe wait just a little bit to see, but usually masteries, that's the way to go for your units. Keith Neal set it over for Keith. Thank you very much. Saying Wolverine was immune to degen in the X-Men movie. Was he? Was there a degen effect in the X-Men movie? I only saw the first one, and I don't remember if what's it called? I don't remember if that's the one you're talking about. I don't remember much of it. But I guess his healing factor kind of thing, if that's what we're talking about. But that is interesting. Khan's Kai sending over a pound as well. Saying, hey, can you tell us anything about For Loki? I keep checking on leaderboard and AQ and AW all the time, hoping to see you guys there, but lately it looks like you guys are falling a little bit behind. Sad. Are you checking the leaderboard? Because I could show you the leaderboards. Let's go to Alliance War. Right now we are in the Masters bracket. We lost one war this season, which was the last war, so we're 3-1, but we're still pretty firmly in the Masters bracket. Alliance Quest, well, it just started, but we've been in the 10 to 20 range. And then, I mean, in terms of overall actual leaderboard, alliance-wise, what's war rating? Alliance rating, we're number 6 in overall hero rating. Prestige-wise, we were in the top 10 at one point. That's the only real place that has gone down. But that's pretty much it. It's just prestige, man. It's tough to keep up with prestige. You basically have to get all the 6 stone offers and things like that. But otherwise, no, man. For Loki, going strong. Rip93 Forward, what's up, dude? 705 saying farming again, eh? Farming again, dude. Not for too much longer. I actually got to go in about 10 minutes. But Rip, always good to see you, man. Thank you very much for the support as always. Appreciate the 5, dude. I'm actually out of 2-star champions to use as well, so I don't know. I don't really want to leave just yet. Ooh, Halls of Healing is back on. That's good. Let's just go hit up the 3-star arena for a few. I don't want to show my 5 and 6-star champions at the moment because I just did an opening, which will be uploaded later today. So yeah. Neighbor's cat was being too loud, so I ate it. What do I do now? Well, you probably get a TV show because I think you're Alf. Didn't that guy used to eat cats? PG's Namor needs SIGs or just dupe, and does he need suicides? He really needs the high SIG level. Namor. He does not need suicides. He can be played with or without them. PG, do you watch the Flyers? I do not. Later, Baldy. You are literally putting me to sleep with these tangents and talking too much. All right, Pixie Bell. See you later. I wouldn't say Wolverine was immune to it. He clearly was getting hurt by it and was ripping it apart. But his healing factor, just let him survive it. Okay. Got it. Has a lot changed or still the same boring grind? I mean, it's up to you to determine if you like the grind or not, but quite a few people enjoy the grind. The game's always changing. There's a ton to do in the game right now, but if you come at it with that attitude, I'm guessing you don't like the game, which is fair. You know, not every game's for everybody. Play whatever game you want. UBG, what rewards do you want to see for the Cavalier difficulty? Hoping for tier 5 Catalyst class shards and 6-star 6 stones. I mean, yeah, it's just kind of the natural progression, right? I want to see 6-star shards, 6-star 6 stones, tier 5 class catalyst fragments, all that stuff. I don't really know in what quantity. I haven't really thought about it like that. But yeah, I definitely want to see that stuff. Usually, how many 6-stars you have? 100? No way, dude. 100 6-stars. Very, very few people have 100 6-stars. I have 45 or something like that. Somewhere in the 40s. Halls of Healing and auto fight so you can tangent with chat. I mean, this basically is auto fight in the arena, so but yeah. Early streams, is this the same contest champion I'm used to watching? The same one indeed, although I am going to be heading out pretty soon. Actually, should probably just go spin out a few crystals, see if we get some lucky units. Ooh, also hit over 8k units, that's good. I'm going to be hitting over 10k soon then, when I pop open these arena crystals. When I pop open all of them, that is. Right now, I'm just going to pop open... Oh, dude, 7-hour crystal, guys. Yeah, I knew it was available. Son of a... If you have not claimed your free 7-hour crystal, please check on that now. Make sure you guys are claiming that thing. It is so easy to forget about it, man. You look at it and see, hey, I've got another 45 minutes to claim it. I'll for sure remember that. I gotta start setting an alarm for this thing, man. BG, how much will you expect Xavier to have synergies with Cyclops, which makes him some good champ? I'm not really expecting anything at all, to be honest. I don't know what Xavier's gonna bring to the table. I don't know much about the characters in terms of like comic history and stuff like that. I'm guessing that's why you're saying it. It's because they have a strong connection there, but I ain't familiar with it, so I got no expectations. Is Ronin good to go rank 5? Ronin with an I, the skill Ronin. Not really, man. He's kind of a mediocre champion in my opinion. He's new age average. He's you know, I kind of want to spin a few. I don't know why I just got one. He's the type of champion that you know, he's better than a lot of the older champions in the game for sure. And if you're on a new account and you pull him as one of your first few champions, it's pretty good. I wouldn't mind it. But if you already have an established roster, if you're getting into the territory where you're thinking about taking champions up to rank 5, in my opinion, he just doesn't hold up with the powerful champions of the game. Usually, how do you feel about buffs? I feel most bad champions just need numbers tweaked and new passives. I mean, that's the definition of buffs right there. Yeah, I mean, I like when champions get buffed. I don't know if there's much more to really say about it than other than I like when champs get buffed. I think for me, I know, oh man, I don't want to get too much into it. This is probably all I'll say. I don't necessarily mind when some champions get toned down. But Kabam is, they're not going to do that. It seems, at least. Seems like they're going to go just the buff route. But I feel like in order to get some champions playable, you'd have to buff them to kind of the extreme. And that could have some bad effects in the game, potentially. Come on, 225 me. Oof, only the 75, but that's still good. Alright, this is going to be the last crystal regardless, because I do need to head out after this. Do you know if Extended Fury Mastery only applies to buffs or passives too? I believe it's just buffs. I don't know for sure. I don't think I've ever tested it, but I think it says in the description that it's only for buffs. Can't decide to rank for my 5-star Void or 5-star Guillotine 2099. What do you think? They're both exceptionally powerful champions. I'd probably recommend Void for most situations, but you know, depending on what your needs are, Guillotine would be a great rank up as well. And eventually you probably want to get them both ranked up too, so. Did we open up all your battleships this week? Yes. Yep, before the buff goes away. Just haven't done it yet. We don't need a buff tangent right now. Yeah. I mean, some would say they'd want to nerf my tangents, so nerfs are not always bad, right? At least the character design for Apocalypse looks good. Some iterations of him look stupid and goofy, but they stuck with his 90s comic design style. He seems pretty cool. I guess I haven't seen all the variations of him, but I kind of know what you mean. Like his face is a little bit unique, right? So depending on the art style chosen, it could look a little funky, man. But yeah, I think he looks cool. I think they did a good job. The art in this game, man, There's just something about the style of it. Like, you could look at a console game and it'll be higher resolution and things like that, but I don't really care about that, right? It's the style really that matters when it comes to comic related things. And I don't know, I feel like they nailed it with this game. To be honest too, like art, it's usually not that big of a deal for me. There's lots of games out there where I think like, this game, it just looks okay, but it's really, really fun, so I'll play it. But it does matter. It definitely does matter. It does feel good when you look at the game and it actually looks good, right? There's definitely been some games where I've been so put off by the looks of it that I'm like, no, I don't even want to try this. But all right, anyway, on that note, guys, I do have to get going. I will be back later tonight. I'm also going to upload a video where I finally popped open the compensation stuff. So that'll be out at some point later today. Maximus Savage, dude, thank you so much once again for being today's biggest D. If you guys missed his message too, it's probably worth repeating. He was saying, guys, if you want to honor Chadwick, please donate to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. His time, even while sick, went to supporting those kids. Hashtag Wakanda forever. So yeah, man. But I will be back, like I said, later tonight as well, in about, what is it, 9.5 hours? So yeah. All right. Later, everybody. Did I just say everybody? I think I did. I was trying to say everybody. Yeah, I'll see you guys later.